I second the motion of the good minority leader. Forthwith, and with no further delay, the Senate President must be placed under oath as presiding officer. He must then administer the oath to the members of the Senate as judges of the impeachment court. And most importantly, the articles of impeachment, which have long languished in limbo, must forthwith be presented to the body. First of all, the Constitution establishes with clarity the mandatory nature of impeachment, and this textual interpretation is supported by the framers. Article 11 on accountability of public officers, Section 3, subsection 4, states in no uncertain terms that once, quote, the verified complaint or resolution of impeachment is filed by at least 1/3 of all the members of the House, the same shall constitute the articles of impeachment, and trial by the Senate shall forthwith proceed, close quote. Hindi po mahirap intindihin ang utos sa sino mang tapat ang intensyong sundin ito. Ang paglilitis ay dapat agarang simulan, nang walang pag-iwas o iba pang pagpapaliban. In fact, retired Justice Adolfo Azcuna, who wrote the procedural section that included the word forthwith, said that it meant, and I quote, immediately and without unreasonable delay, or in the national language official version, agad-agad, close quote. Sa kasong Chavez versus Judicial and Bar Council, GR number 202242, na dinesisyonan noong July 17, 2012, ipinaliwanag ng Korte Suprema na sa pag-interpreta ng saligang batas, dapat gamitin ang karaniwang kahulugan. Quote, it is a well-settled principle of constitutional construction that the language employed in the Constitution must be given their ordinary meaning. Close quote. Simple lang po ang dahilan. Quote, the Constitution is not merely or not primarily a lawyer's document, but essentially that of the people, in whose consciousness it should ever be present as an important condition for the rule of law to prevail. Wala pong pagdududa. The impeachment trial must begin immediately, agad-agad, walang pag-iimbot. Yan rin ang paninindigan ng mga mismong naging bahagi ng pagbuo ng ating konstitusyon, kasama sina Attorney Rene Sarmiento, Chairperson Christian Monsod, at ang nabanggit kong si retired Supreme Court Justice Azcuna. Kahit ang mga propesor at praktikante ng batas sang-ayon na dapat simulan ang paglilitis sa lalong madaling panahon. Kasama dito ay mula sa Philippine Bar Association, University of the Philippines College of Law, Ateneo Schools and Colleges of Law, De La Salle University Tanyada Diokno School of Law, San Beda University Graduate School of Law, Philippine Law School, University of Santo Tomas, Lyceum of the Philippines College of Law, Adamson University College of Law, Colegio de San Juan de Letran, at Union of People's Lawyers Mindanao. I will submit these statements to the Secretariat and ask that they be made part of the official records of the Senate as annexes to this manifestation, seconding the motion of the Minority Leader. Moreover, a textual reading of the provisions on impeachment vis-a-vis the other provisions involving the legislature actually supports the contention that the impeachment proceeding is not bound by the legislative calendar. Ayon sa saligang batas, quote, the Commission on Appointments shall meet only while the Congress is in session at the call of its chairman or a majority of all its members to discharge such powers and functions as are herein conferred upon it, close quote. There is no such qualifier to be found in the provisions on impeachment. Secondly, beyond the textual clarity of the Constitution, the law should be interpreted to give life to its spirit. Ratio legis est anima. I am here before you to also appeal to the deeper purpose of the law. And the spirit of the impeachment power is unmistakable. It is accountability. It is to ensure that no public officer, however powerful, is above the Constitution. Sinasabi nila na ang impeachment ay nasa Article 11 or Accountability of Public Officers portion ng ating saligang batas at hindi nasa Legislative Powers o Article 6 to underscore that impeachment was never meant to be part of the legislative process. Tama po iyon. However, there is a deeper reason to be fleshed out. It is because the power to impeach is, at heart, the power, nay, the duty to hold public officers accountable and to protect democracy from the abuse of power by the highest officials, public officials of our land. This process must not be rendered impotent through procedural subterfuge. Dapat po nating alalahanin na ang salita at diwa ng mga probisyon ng saligang batas ay hindi dinesenyo para lang paglaruan ng mga abogado. Itinakda ang mga ito para bigyang kahulugan at kapangyarihan ang taong bayang Pilipino. Sa pinakaunang probisyon ng Article 11 kung saan matatagpuan ang impeachment ay nakasaad, quote, "Public office is a public trust. Public officers and employees must at all times be accountable to the people," close quote. Sa Article 1, Section 1 naman, quote, "Sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them," close quote. Ang kapangyarihan ng bawat opisyal ng pamahalaan ay hinihiram lang po natin sa taong bayan. At ang kapangyarihang ito ay nakasalalay sa patuloy nilang pagtitiwala at sa patuloy nating pagiging katiwa-tiwala. Ang pagdinig ng mga akusasyon sa impeachment trial ay itinalaga ng saligang batas para sukatin kung karapat-dapat pa ring patuloy na ipagkatiwala sa mga pinakamataas na opisyal ng pamahalaan ang lubos na kapangyarihang iniatas ng taong bayan sa kanila. Proteksyon nito laban sa pagbabaluktot ng batas, malubhang abuso, korupsyon at pagtataksil sa interes ng publiko. Ang pagtakas sa responsibilidad na ito ay insulto sa bawat Pilipino. Thirdly, nothing in the Senate Rules of Procedure in impeachment trials provides basis for this inordinate delay. Much has been said about attempts to follow proper procedure, but our own Senate Rules of Procedure on impeachment trials are bereft of any basis to justify the undeniable delay that has defined the Senate's proceedings thus far. Wala pong sinabi sa rules on impeachment na susundin ang legislative calendar, na bawal mag-impeachment trial on legislative recess, o na pag tinransmit sa last day yung articles of impeachment, ay kailangang in limbo ito, nakabitin sa ere. The inaction of our body on the articles of impeachment transmitted by the House of Representatives on February 5, 2025, is not because of anything definitive or inescapable written in the rules. Hindi po tayo inipit ng rules. Hindi po natin pwedeng sabihin na wala tayong choice, that we were straitjacketed by what our rules on procedure provided. We had a choice every step of the way. And our choice has been to delay, to drag our feet, to hide behind what we say are legal ambiguities. Tapos ngayon, if I might add, biglang bibilisan. An impeachment trial of all of 3 days. We've dragged our feet for several months, and then suddenly, we tell the Filipino public that we are able to sift through the evidence and exact accountability from the second highest official in our land within a period of 3 days. What insanity is this? Lastly, I wish to address the point made by the good Senate President, who stated that the Senate cannot be dictated upon and that the Senate plenary is supreme. Respectfully, while the Senate is granted the power and duty to try and decide impeachment cases, its authority is not unbounded. If it acts in violation of the Constitution itself, it can and should be corrected. Wala po sa rules na ang pagsisimula ng paglilitis at pag-convene ng impeachment court ay kailangan pang pagbotohan at aprubahan ng mayorya. Anyone who objects to commencing the impeachment trial is objecting to the Constitution itself. In the case of Francisco Jr. versus House of Representatives, GR number 160261, promulgated on November 10, 2003, the Supreme Court ruled, quote, "It is basic that all rules must not contravene the Constitution, which is the fundamental law. If, as alleged, Congress had absolute rule-making power, then it would by necessary implication have the power to alter or amend the meaning of the Constitution without need of referendum," close quote. Wala pong kapangyarihan ang Senado na iwaksi ang malinaw na utos ng saligang batas. Hinihimo ko po ang pinuno at mga kasamahan ko sa Senado. Sundin po natin ang malinaw na mandato ng saligang batas. Galangin po natin ang taong bayang nagbigay ng tiwala sa atin. At simulan na po natin ang impeachment trial na ito. Dapat ay madali ang dinggin ito at ang paglilitis, sinsero at hindi minamadali. Kakulang pasasalamat, Mr. President.
Duly noted and entered into the records. What is the pleasure of the Honorable Senator Tolentino?
Dito aabuti ng isang oras. So, let's not pretend that 1 hour is too much to ask. Kung ibang panukala sa plenary, umaabot tayo sa hating gabi. Sa tingin ko, kaya nating humanap ng oras para dito. We have 3 full days of session left, which can last up to midnight, as they have in recent days. We may have only 3 days, but 3 days is not nothing. The Senate must not be heedless and callous to the growing calls for the institution to fulfill its mandate and begin the impeachment trial. Nandyan ang simbahan at ang iba't ibang grupong relihiyoso, ang mga abogado, ang mga law schools at universidad, ang mismong mga bumalangkas ng ating saligang batas. Sina former Supreme Court Justice Adolf Ascuna, sina Attorney Rene Sarmiento, at Attorney Christian Monsod, lahat sila nagsasabing kumilos na ang Senado. Bilang mga senador ng 19th Congress, malinaw sa amin sa minority ang aming responsibilidad. At hindi ako papayag na Senado pa mismo ang bumaliwala sa ating konstitusyon. Dahil hindi lang taong bayan ang huhusga sa amin. Kung hindi ito matuloy, hindi tayo patatawarin ng kasaysayan.
So ano mangyayari? Magkukonvene na agad? Hindi na po mangyayari yung dapat basahin muna ng panel of prosecutors yung articles of impeachment?
In fact, pangatlong step na yan. Unang step ay manunumpa ang Senate President bilang presiding officer. Pangalawang step, pasusumpain niya kaming lahat ng mga senador bilang senator judges. Kasunod niyan, finally, once and for all, babasahin sa amin ang articles of impeachment. Pero lahat ng yan, maaring hindi umabot sa isang oras.
Kasi originally, ang magiging presentation muna ng articles of impeachment bago daw mag-convene bilang impeachment court.
Ayon sa pagkaalam namin sa Constitution at sa rules of impeachment, yung kwento ko po yung sequence of events. Manumpa ang presiding officer, manumpa ang senator judges, babasahin ang articles of impeachment.
So, kailangan po ba yung prosecution team ng House yung magbasa on the floor nung articles of impeachment o pwede na yung Senate Secretary as the clerk of court ng impeachment court?
Ang naging practice ay yung House prosecutors na nagpe-present ng articles of impeachment. Pero kung base lang sa Senate rules of impeachment, maaring simpleng opisyal dito o assigned person sa loob ng Senado ang magbasa ng mga ito sa amin bilang senator judges once convened na kami as impeachment trial court.
Pero ma'am, confident kayo na kapag nag-motion, makakakuha kayo ng enough votes para suportahan ng mga senador?
It shouldn't even require.
Hindi na
Sapat
kailangan?
no. Ayon sa mismong konstitusyon, hindi kailangan yung approval ng majority para lang simulan ang aming tungkulin sa impeachment process. Pero kung kakailanganin pa ng isang motion, yan ang aming gagawin ni Senator Coco.
So pag nag-motion kayo, no more debates, no more nabutuhan, dapat tuloy na agad yung...
Ideally, sasabihin lang ni Senate President na inaaprubahan niya yung aming motion. Kasi even that, hindi na sana kakailanganin kung lamang sinunod namin ang konstitusyon na upon receipt of the articles of impeachment transmitted by the House, forthwith, ituloy na namin ngayong linggo ang Senate impeachment trial.
Sen? Bakit ngayon po, bakit hindi po yung June 2 nung pagka-resume nyo, in-erase nyo na po agad yung issue na to na dapat mag-convene?
Dahil batay sa konstitusyon at batay sa naging practice kahit nung nakaraang mga impeachment trials, hindi na kinailangan ng kumbaga lesser mortal tulad ng isang motion sa floor para lang gawin ang pinakamataas na utos at obligasyon na nandoon na sa konstitusyon. But since we are here now, kumbaga last 3 days na lamang, down to the wire tayo, sige, kahit yung extraordinary motion ng pagmo-motion pa sa floor, gagawin namin. Kahit ideally, kung ginagawa lang ng Senado ang aming talagang tungkulin ayon sa konstitusyon, dapat sana hindi na kailangan ito.
But what prompted you po na gawin to mamaya?
Dahil huling 3 araw na po natin sa 19th Congress, kailangan, kung hindi man nung February 5, kung hindi man nung June 2, ngayong June 9 onwards to 11, simulan na po namin ang impeachment trial.
Kasi ilang beses sinasabi ni SP Cheese na very powerful ang plenary. So parang laging decision ng plenary ang masusunod.
Very powerful ang plenary sa aming legislative functions. Most powerful, above all, above the Senate, above the House, above the Supreme Court, even above the President, most powerful ay ang konstitusyon. At sinasabi sa konstitusyon, hiwalay ang aming legislative functions kung saan most powerful kami bilang Senado sa non-legislative functions. Magkahiwalay yung dalawang iyon. At sa non-legislative function ng impeachment trial, wala nang ibang kailangan magsalita kundi ang konstitusyon mismo kung amin lamang pakinggan at sundin.
Si SP Cheese po kasi, he's under the belief na kahit may mag-motion, kailangan pa rin pagbotohan ng plenary. If it comes to that, since he is the presiding officer, do you think you will have the support po ng majority of the senators if it comes to a vote?
Unang-una na, sa plenary ng session bilang Senado, pwedeng ang presiding officer mismo, ang Senate President o ang presiding officer, ang mag-approve or reject ng isang motion. Hindi kailangan kaagad ipasa sa amin para pagbotohan ang bawat motion, kahit simpleng motion. Ganon din, pag dito sa usapin ng impeachment trial, we will still be a Senate, magmo-motion kami. The Senate President has all the power and I would say the obligation na to rule favorably sa motion namin iyon. Kung kailangan pang umabot sa pagboto, kung ipasa pa niya sa amin sa plenary, well, nakikita nyo naman po habang dumadaan ang mga araw, dumadami mismong mga kasama namin sa majority na nag-on the record na payag sila or sasang-ayon sila na simulan na namin ang impeachment trial. Nandyan si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, si Senator J.V. Ejercito, si Senator Sherwin Gatchalian, at si Senator SP Pro Temp Jinggoy Estrada.
Ma'am, yung pag-convene po ba ng Senate as an impeachment court, is that optional?
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. Kapag ang maging pananaw namin at ugali namin ay optional lang, yung pag-convene bilang impeachment court, susuwayin namin ang konstitusyon. Kami pa, Senado. At yun yung sinabi ko kanina na hindi kami papayag sa minority. Hindi ako papayag bilang senador na kami pa ang Senado ang susuway sa konstitusyon.
Ma'am, ito ba na karoon kayo ng concern na mukhang may move to kill the impeachment case arbitrarily? Kaya nag-decide na kayo na mag-motion to it?
Well, sila na ang nagsasabi na bukod sa convict or acquit decision, may option pa na dismiss. Walang ganun po sa konstitusyon. Wala rin pong ganun sa rules on impeachment. No? Sila na yung pinapaaga yung valedictory speeches ng mga graduating senators. May lumalabas na kung ano-anong mga concerns na, ay, kung magva-valedictory na sa Martes, baka kulang ang mga tao sa Miyerkules. And alam naman natin, kailangan natin ng sacrosanct quorum na yan to transact business. Kaya ngayon pa lang, kahit frustrated kami na hindi kami simpleng sumunod sa iutos ng konstitusyon na pagtanggap ng articles of impeachment, forthwith, proceed with trial. So itong huling linggo, itong huling 3 araw ng sesyon, sige, gagawin namin yung extraordinary motion para lamang simulan yung opening rights ng impeachment trial.
Ma'am, kung magsi-start po today yung opening rights,
Yes.
sa timeline po ninyo, ano po yung nakikita po ng minority na timeline? Kasi po si Sentol ay, ang sabi po niya, possible to conclude the trial by June 30. Kayo po ba, anong timeline po ninyo sa minority?
Wala po kaming binubuong o ipinapanukalang timeline kasi opening rights pa lang nga, hindi pa magawa-gawa eh. So we want to get over this first. Dapat hindi siya naging hurdle. Pero naging hurdle pa. We just want to get over this first hurdle. Kaya ngayong umaga, or nung inilabas yung ganung panukala na hanggang June 30, premature pa talaga. At saka, isipin natin, 19 days? Yun lang ba ang naiisip naming ibigay na time frame sa ganitong kaimportanteng proseso? Sa simpleng civil cases lang nga eh. Halimbawa yung pagbibigay ng bayad or pagsisingil ng bayad. Ang rules of court nagbibigay po ng 30 araw para doon. Ano pa kaya sa isang napaka-importanteng constitutional process tulad ng impeachment? And remember, hindi lang po iisang article of impeachment ito. 7 articles of impeachment. Hindi pa nga namin narinig formally ano-anong mga articles. Hindi pa nga namin narinig ano-ano yung pinipresent nilang mga ebidensya, mga witnesses. Wala pa po kaming pagkakataon magtanong sa mga ito. So, paano namin masasabi ngayon pa lang na 19 days kaya na naming tapusin ang ganyang kaimportante at maaaring mabigat? Kasi meron lang kaming chance matimbang gaano kabigat ba, gaano katagal namin kailangang tanungin ito kapag narinig na namin. Hanggang ngayon, hindi pa napagbigyan yung prosesong iyon. Hindi po ito, wala pong express lane sa impeachment. Hindi rin siya online shopping na may express delivery. Bigyan naman natin ng hustisya ang prosesong ito. Bigyan natin ng hustisya pareho ang mga panig ng House prosecutors at pati yung kampo ni VP Duterte. At higit sa lahat, bigyan natin ng hustisya ang taong bayan na kumakapit sa konstitusyon at dumadami at lumalakas ang mga boses na pinagsasabihan kami, gawin nyo na ang tungkulin ninyo.
Pero ma'am, tama po ba, at least for this week, today, opening rights, and then tomorrow and Wednesday, ano pong mangyayari?
Basta pwedeng, once buksan namin yung impeachment trial, mag-constitute kami as impeachment court, doon namin pwedeng simulang pag-usapan yung timetable at gawin sa susunod na 2 araw ang mapag-usapan na para sa una at ikalawang araw pagkatapos mag-convene. At yung nalalabi pa, yung kakailanganin, kung ano man ang kakailanganin in fairness sa process, pwedeng ituloy ng 20th Congress.
Ma'am, clarification lang. Bali mamaya, aasahan natin opening rights and then tatry nyo rin makapag-convene as impeachment court.
Asahan nyo po na magmo-motion kami ni Senator Pimentel na gawin na namin ang opening rights, which would constitute convening ourselves as impeachment court. Panunumpa ng presiding officer, panunumpa naming senator judges, pagpresenta sa amin ng articles of impeachment.
Okay, wala na po.
Yes.
Kailangan po na within the day, masabihan na din po yung Kamara kung may reading, mapresenta na yung articles of impeachment, paano po yung mangyayari?
Well, kung mabalitaan na nila ito, yung aming gagawing motion, nasa sa kanila na po kung paano sila kikilos o hindi kikilos. Basta natapos nila yung trabaho nila hanggang sa transmittal ng articles of impeachment, ang bola nasa korte ngayon ng Senado. So, yung shot clock, matagal nang nag-run out, no? Time to move and not a moment more to lose. Thank you po. Salamat po.